please subscribe to us. Dolidze versus Hernandez was the main event. Any other fights on this card you want to shout out?
Shout out to Christian Leroy Duncan. He got a round 1 spinning back elbow KO over Eryk Anders. That was a good fight. But we absolutely have to talk about Elijah Smith's round 1 KO slam of I'm gonna mess this guy's name up. Toshomi Kazama, bantamweight, Japanese bantamweight. It was very much like the Rampage slam where he slammed him down, their heads collided. He followed up with a couple shots because the ref was not doing his job, I guess. But he was out for a long time. It was scary, but they've been doing this lately. When there's bad knockouts, the broadcast team will let you know that the fighter's okay, afterwards when he's seen the doctor and everything. And he even posted a thing where he was in Five Guys eating a burger afterwards. So he's, alive, I guess. Who knows what he's going to deal with later on in life, but he's okay for now.
Yeah, that was incredible.
It was a wild knockout. But let's get into this co-main event. Ode Osbourne versus Steve Erceg.
Ode Osbourne, man, I'm watching this, and I'm watching him put on a show in round 1. And the commentators make note that a lot of people struggle with Ode Osbourne in the first round, and then they start to wrestle him. And it's like, man, they were just prophets here because Erceg it was like completely different fight. Erceg, started to win in round 2. Although I thought it was more of an uneventful round, but then I thought Erceg really took control in round 3. And at the end of the day, I just walk away thinking Ode is super quick, super exposed. But
his speed is amazing.
Yeah, he just has to round out his game a little more because I feel like, man, he's just a guy that could be the next level. It's like Erceg won, and I'm happy he won, and he's talented. But I can't wait watching this. And I'm like, man, I look at Ode, and I'm like, that's the guy with a little more potential to me. Like if he just, fine-tune some stuff, this guy could be a serious contender, I think.
Yeah, if he worked on his takedown defense, which he has, because in previous fights he's looked even worse on the ground. So there was improvement, but obviously there needs to be more if you want to fight those top level guys. But I could see him turning into sort of like a Izzy Adesanya of flyweights with great takedown defense and just dominating people on the feet. So with creativity and speed. That was a good fight, but let's move on to main event. We're really only excited about this card or this fight going into this card. Roman Dolidze versus Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Hernandez, he's right away, he's moving forward. He sets the pace. And Roman, early in this fight, he caught him with a good shot. And I thought, ooh, okay, this could be problems because Fluffy doesn't seem like he's too concerned about it. There's no issues here, but I'm thinking those are good shots. No, I was wrong. Hernandez has an excellent chin. He's got great wrestling, great cardio. He can strike. And everything is just top notch with this guy. At least this performance, it was hard to find any flaws, And it's occasionally Roman would get off a decent shot, but Hernandez would just eat it up, and he'd end up taking him down. And I remember there was a time where Roman grabbed the fence too. And
multiple times, yeah.
Well, multiple times, but I remember the first time he was going to do it. And Herb was basically going to warn him, and he just takes him down. I don't have time for this, And and then he basically. I think Herb did take a point away from Roman.
Right before he got finished, yeah.
Right before he got finished. It didn't even matter because, the commentator, Anthony just kind of big brothered him and just put him in that choke and tapped him out in round 5.
He dragged him across the octagon.
Yeah. And so just super impressive. I'd like to say that this guy is going to be, who knows, because there's a big difference, obviously, no offense to Roman and the top middleweights, but I do feel like Hernandez deserves a top 5 fight, at least. I know he's talking about a title fight, 9 fight wins, and I get it.
Right?
Okay, maybe it was 8. I thought it was a bit 9, but it was 8. But regardless, he needs a big fight. And I hope he gets it. I think there's Jared Kenner is fighting MVP, actually, I think, on this
this card
coming up. Yeah. So that might be, if I'm UFC, I'm looking at maybe matching him up with somebody possibly from that fight. Whoever
Fluffy and RDR would be fun.
Oh, yeah. That's another one he had mentioned. I had forgot that. That would be great. RDR, pretty well rounded, and yeah. I don't want to say he'll give him problems because I think at this point, after this performance, I favor Hernandez, but it's a good fight.
Yeah, Fluffy, he looked great. He's relentless. He just keeps coming forward with volume striking and takedown attempts, and he's talking shit to you while he's doing it. So he's a very fun guy to watch. Yeah, 8 wins in a row. I want to see that RDR fight. I think he needs, one more before he gets a title shot. There's a lot of guys up there that are interesting matchups for sure.